So I bought a house. I have a house now. I bought a house with my boyfriend. We got the keys, I think, end of July last year. So we've had a good long time in it, but I just thought I need to just tell you guys because I haven't told you guys that we have this house now. So I thought this video I could show you it, do a little mini tour, show you the things that I'm thinking about doing, some of the it's not really renovation, it's more just like decoration because the house is fine, although there are bits of it that need a bit more love. But anyway, I'll do a little walk through it and show you guys what's going on. But yeah, honestly, the process was fine. It was easy. We were first time buyers, so we were like new to the process, but it didn't take very long. I believe it was the 12 weeks in total, which is pretty much the average, so pretty good. But anyway, that is besides the point. The point is we have a house and I'm now going to show it to you, and we're going to do a couple of bits to it just to finish off some of the things that we've been doing. I will explain it to you. So let's get on with the tour. So starting off with the room that I was just in, this is the main bedroom. So that is the front of the house. We've got this like 4-poster bed with just a bit of, it looks a bit ratty to be honest, a bit of mosquito bedding on it. The previous owners left these 2 wardrobes in, but eventually we want to get those replaced. Got my chest of drawers, which is bursting at the seams, so I absolutely need to declutter loads of my makeup because it's a bit ridiculous now. They left this like big mirror too, which to be fair, it looks fine from a distance, but if you go in further, you can sort of see it's got weird grooves and all of it, as if someone's been like cutting it. Got a big chest of drawers just to have more things in. I did this like little feature gallery wall. It's all skew-iff and wonky, but like cute, right? And then in this room, the main thing that we've got going on here is paint shades. Can you guess which paint shade we're going for? It's this one. We're going to paint everything in the room this colour, all the walls, which is Toasted Almond by Crown. And then coming out the bedroom, we have a little corridor landing situation. We've just got like a little bit of shoe storage here, and then this lovely artwork that Jake's gran got made for us, which is just really nice and beautiful. So just like little bits and bobs. This actually is just purely decorative at the moment. Oh no, it's not. I put a hat in it. But yeah, this is supposed to have more stuff in it. There's nothing in there right now. And then just a boring old corridor. One thing, definitely want to paint the walls. They need a bit of love. If I go close up, you can see it's a bit dirty and filthy. There's parts of the wall here that need a bit of love, maybe a replaster. Who really knows? Then we have the spare room. This is literally an absolute dumping ground. Please don't judge me. So just some cubes here filled with my beauty stuff. I'm half packing for a holiday, and you might even be able to hear a bit of an echo in this room because it's literally, the ceilings are so tall and there's like no furniture in it. A bed filled with absolute trash, an old side table that my mum gave me, hideous wallpaper, and hideous walls. So white, purple, it's got lining paper all over them. They're really uneven. I think this is the room. You might see the lining paper there. That once we remove the lining paper and the wallpaper, we're gonna have to get it replastered. Also didn't mention the ceiling and the ugly light fittings all throughout this house. So definitely going to have to sort this ceiling out somehow. Change all the light fittings because gross. Color wise, I'm not gonna lie to you, I want this on all the walls, and potentially even, I don't know, because this is nice but it's a bit too pink, or even a bit of both. But that's way too, this red is way too dark, but I think this is a nice color. I want this room to be really warming, and like all the furniture, it's going to be white, so I feel like I can get away with having a really dark color in this room, but we'll see. Then we come to the bathroom. It's just a bathroom, to be honest. It's a little bit outdated. Not super in love with the tiles, but whatever. We put that mirror and that cabinet there. Ceiling needs a bit of a repaint. That needs a clean. Everything just needs a bit of a refresh at some point. I like that the bath is really big, but like it's just not a very modern bathroom. But it's really not one of our priorities to sort at this stage. Potentially in the future. I don't really know. We've not really talked about it. We might replace the bathroom. It might even just be that we replace the toilet lid because just a random bit of wood is a bit weird. Maybe replace the toilet roll holder. Maybe change the floor. Maybe we just do black features everywhere. Could even paint these little guys black fully. Maybe modernize it. And then it has a third bedroom that used to be a little nursery, but at the minute it's a very, very messy, filthy dirty office. The thing I want to do in here actually is paint the ceiling. So we painted the walls this like really nice blue colour. Well, I think it's a nice blue colour. I want to paint the ceiling as well. Again, we need to change that ugly light fitting. I hate the light fittings in this house. They're absolutely disgusting. Need to get rid of that old table. I also, at some point, want to paint these two tables. It's just a desk, like this, what we're using as a desk. It's like an old dining room, two tables. I want to paint them all fully black at one point, just so they marry in a little bit better together. Also going to replace this with like a full black unit at some point. This is just sort of a placeholder. And then, yeah, we put in a shelf at the back there to put all our books on. So obviously need to populate it with more books. Got some sort of Van Gogh prints. Van Gogh, was it Van Gogh? Prints on the wall as well, just to tie in the lovely blue on the wall. And now we go down the stairs. And here's the little living room. The living room is cute. We've painted it green. Obviously the furniture is ours, but sections of it, so I believe it was this wall, and then that bit that stuck out was like this like crimson red color, which was just really jarring. Really didn't like it, so we've replaced that. I think ultimately we eventually want to replace the fireplace with just a full wood burner situation. The fireplace is fine as it is, but I think just a wood burner is a little bit nicer. We also absolutely hate the carpet, and as you can see, there's a big stain there, which I don't know what that was. I feel like it could have been like a pet wee situation. I don't know, like something has bleached that area there. Maybe someone spilled red wine even, who knows. But under this carpet, I might be able to show you actually. Under this carpet are some beautiful looking floorboards, which actually used to be, in some of the old photos, used to be just bare, and then the previous owners put the carpet on top. So I think we might potentially want to restore the floorboards. And you might be asking, why the hell is the carpet able to be pulled up like that? It's because we had to get the gas pipe replaced within the first week of moving in. We moved in, smelt gas, had to switch all the gas off, and had to get all the pipes downstairs replaced. It was just pretty ironic because the day that we move in is the day that the pipes go wrong. I think the very final thing to address in this room, what the fuck is that? And then you just twizzle around to the dining room area. Again, it's just looking a bit messy, but we put some shelves in. We put some nice things on the wall. The one thing that I love so much about this house is the picture rail, so we can actually hang stuff from the picture rail and really bring out that period feature and use it to its advantage, which is so you can do this when you're hanging stuff up rather than like actually nail things into the wall, potentially ruin the wall. So obsessed with that. A task for today is to paint this section green as well. I was just waiting for, let me show you. So in this little alcove, I think at some point, but I think we fixed it. Anyway, it had some water damage, but we've pretty much, I think we've like plugged the gap as much as possible. It was leaking from up there. This lean-to is just a little bit ugly as well, but oh well. There's also some like weird texture issues that I would love to fix one day, but it's like just a task for another day. I also want to change these gold curtains to the same ones as over there, just so it matches a little bit better. These chairs are all mismatched as well, so they will be replaced and all matching at some point. This table we got from Facebook Marketplace, it's like a 6-seater extendable table, and it's absolutely beautiful, like solid oak. £100 on Facebook Marketplace, so really hit up Marketplace if you don't know what to do. If you need furniture, it's so good, as long as you know, you have a car, or you can even hire a van to get things going. But yeah, really good. Find that. I appreciate you can't really see it under this tablecloth, but we want to keep the wood nice and not ruin it. And then we have the kitchen. So the kitchen needs some help. First of all, we've got like a little storage area under the stairs, which is cool. It's just a mess. It's just a storage area. I don't know what else to tell you about it. Want to take that hook off the wall because like we don't really use it. This radiator also looks like it's from the 50s, so we'll probably change that up for something that looks a bit more sleek. I think the main thing about this room is it just is really unfinished, or it needs some help. So you might see, for example, this is where the boiler is. It has this like white acrylic cabinet, but then if you move here, clearly at some point the white acrylic on all the cabinets, or some of the front facing cabinets, like fell off and they just painted it white, which is fine. But if you look at some of the other cabinets, like these drawers, they just look filthy, but because it's paint, you can't clean it. And then over here, under the sink, it just looks absolutely filthy because it's water damaged. So little things like that, where I think we're gonna just end up replacing the doors at some point, rather than rip out the whole kitchen, even though I don't really love this worktop either. But one thing at a time. They did leave us the lovely range. We need to replace the hobs, as you can see. It's just like these things were all happening before we got here, and it's just a bit filthy. The tiles are fine. I actually have painted / dyed the grouting with one of these pens to make it the grey colour it is, just so it ties in the floor a bit better. I hate these. These are like, why would anyone put that in their kitchen? So these are going to have to be replaced, or like, not even replaced, I think. Right. The solution is I have tile paint. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of mishmash the colours and like randomly paint each of those little tiles with these colours. Because it kind of gives cottage vibes. But I just, why do you have a glittery tile? I don't know. The other thing about this room, the walls, hideously uneven. Why has somebody filled in the wall and not sanded it down? Do you see what I mean? Like, they're just uneven everywhere. Like, people have put filler in the wall and not sanded it down. So I'm going to try my best to make them a little bit more even. Of course, you could just like replaster or whatever, but like, I just can't be asked to do that. So I'm going to sand it down as best as possible. It's like, even in here, like, what is that? Like, I just hate it. It looks like a landlord special in places. So I will be fixing it. Also going to be painting the green something else. I don't know what yet, but it will be a colour that matches this. We'll probably end up going for like a neutral in this kitchen, because, or maybe even like a pink. Look at this kind of. So there you go. That is the house. Let me know in the comments what you think of what we've done so far, / is there anything that you would change? Let me know. First order of business today is I want to paint this sort of section green, because we have the paint for it and I just need to get on a chair and do it because it needs to be done. So I'm going to do that now, and then I want to go to the range and pick up a few bits. I need to pick up some extra paint and just some like nice householdy bits. I need a new microwave, for example. Like, the microwave is broken and gross, and I just want to go to the range and just pick up a few like homey bits, show you a little haul, and yeah, then we can sort of style those pieces. But first order of business is paint this wall. Don't try this at home. I'm going to be standing on a chair to do this, and I'm going to be cutting in really badly. Please don't judge me. Alexa, play some music. Okay, so coat 1 is now officially done in this little section. I love it. I love it already. I will do the other coat later, but I'm just going to eat lunch and then change out of my painting scrubs / trackies, and we can pop to the range. Made it to the range. I've gone to the Altrincham one in that little like retail park that has the range, Happy Craft, Boots, fucking B&M, Asda little. It's got basically everything in it, so I will be going in. I will probably not talk that much to you, but like, I'll show you if I see anything interesting in the shop. But the real magic happens when we get home and I show you what I end up getting. So that trip was really unsuccessful, so I'm now going to try B&M instead. Wish me luck. Home Centre's literally staring me in the face right now, so must do a little stop off there. Okay, we have made it back to the car. It's so hot in here. Oh my god, so I'm not going to speak for very long. Gonna go home and then show you everything that I got once we are safely back home and in the house. It was a bad day to wear a jumper. You can see the sweat forming on my forehead. Turn that AC up, darlings. Let's go home. We are finally back home. That really wasn't that successful of a trip. Unfortunately, I didn't get everything that I needed to get, but let me show you what I did get. So TK Maxx wise, I got this candle. It's a candle, but it comes in this like cool glass. I'm certain you could probably use this as a glass, but it smells really nice. It's a spicy pineapple margarita. Even has like the salt rim that you would have. Really cute, smells like pineapple. The theme of the dining room part of this room is like drinks, because I like drinks, I like cocktails. So this is gonna be a really cute addition to that. And then another candle, Blood Orange Sangria. It's the DH Home ones. I really like the DH Home candles. They are like £7 to £8 each. They always just smell really nice, and the smell, once you light it, does fill the whole room. It's not just a smell that like disappears. And then the only thing that I got from B&M after all that fuss, which we can make together today, is like a little nest of 2 tables. Cute, right? It says £30. I actually got it for 20, even though I didn't know. I was happily prepared to pay £30 for it. Only got charged 20, so that's great. So I will build these now, and I'm gonna put them there. You'll see. Anyway, we can build these tables together. The range is where I was supposed to go for everything. I just got a bin. It's a light blue. I'm not sure if you can tell. Might be a little more white, but it's like a light blue shade. Because I needed a bathroom bin, because long story short, Jake kicked it into the neighbours, or accidentally threw it into the neighbour's garden instead, and we were too scared to go over and ask for it back, because how embarrassing. I then also got an outdoor rug in just like a mint and white sort of geometric pattern colour. She looks like that. I just want the garden to look a little bit nicer. I then also got 3 glass Tupperwares, because I keep seeing this man. He makes healthy cottage cheese lasagnas to take into work that like less than 500 calories, which is like my perfect lunch allowance. And I want to try them, but to do them properly, you need to have a glass Tupperware that you can just put straight into the oven. Which we do have 2 glass Tupperwares already, but I just wanted like my own ones, because I don't want to overtake all the glass Tupperware. I want Jake to have a few, you know what I mean? And then the very final thing I got is just, how exciting, a laundry basket. Just a white laundry basket. I'll tell you one thing. I have now had 2 of the ones that like are extendable, that have the rubber sides. They break every time. I don't know what happens. I break them all the time. So I now have just a regular plastic laundry basket. Very boring of me, but oh well, I needed it. So there you go. I did find the paint that I needed, but I thought it was going to be on offer. When I searched online, everything was like £12 for that tin of paint. I didn't want to pay full price. Especially when I could just like click and collect it for free another day and get it on offer and get it like almost a third off. So I'm going to do that instead to get the blue paint for the study. However, I do still need to do a second layer of green on the wall over there. We can build the little side tables, and I can show you where I put everything. Does that work, or does it look a bit silly? Should we only put the little one here and have it be more in there? in there. Push that sofa a bit out a bit more. Right, cute. The problem I have with that is the sofa is not in the middle of where those two little guys are. So I might just have to move it back. Right, I've got it like that now. I have put the sofa in the middle. It wasn't even in the middle anyway, so it's more in the middle now. And I feel like that doesn't look super, super weird anymore. Let me go this way. So yeah, you come down the stairs and then the little table's there. You know, you can maybe put like a little plant here at some point. In fact, let me find a plant and some stuff to put on it now to dress it up a bit. There we go. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's just the little blood orange candle that we had and then a cactus that has a cute little face. So yeah, I think that kind of works. And then we can pull out the little table if we need to put something here or like whatever. We've got an extra spare table when guests come around, they want to put stuff somewhere. Cute. I'm honestly exhausted, but I need to paint that fucking wall. So I'm going to go do that when I get... Not going to film me actually actively painting the wall because you've already seen a little compilation of that, but I will show you what it looks like when it's done. And there we go, that is now all painted. I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit more before I end up putting this back and then stuff on top of it. But I also kind of went around the room and touched up any areas that I thought needed a bit of touch up. There was a bit of touch up needed there as well, but I think she's looking good. The living room is now officially fully painted, woohoo! Or should I say the living room, dining room. Either way, I'm really happy and I can't wait to get everything looking way more tidy. To be honest, because I don't have the paint now, that is all I have to show you today. So thank you so much for coming with me along this journey. Please let me know if you'd like what I've done to the house, if there's anything that you would do in terms of renovation, specifically kitchen-wise. Would you change the carpet in here back to wood? What are the downsides of that? All that good stuff. Let me know whatever you want to let me know in those comments. I will read them and I will take on all the advice and the suggestions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I will speak to you very, very, very soon with a new one. Going to be filming and editing lots of content this year. I've got so many plans for videos. I just need to... The problem isn't filming them. The problem is editing them. The editing takes so long. But I will get better at it, I promise. So thank you so much for being with me on this journey, guys. I will see you very soon. Bye.